In global supply chains, there's a simple rule. The country that does the most skilled work earns the most money. Surat breaks that rule. One city in Gujarat touches 90% of every diamond on earth. The worker who cuts that diamond earns 18,000 rupees a month. The same diamond sells for 2 lakh rupees in London. This isn't an accident. It's not market forces. It's not geography. It's the result of a system that was built in the 1960s. And it's the same system that's now making Surat vulnerable. In the 1960s, Antwerp was the diamond trading capital of the world. Controlled by Jewish merchants, high costs, unionized labor. Palampuri Jains, a Gujarati business community with capital and trading networks, arrived and saw an opportunity. European merchants wouldn't touch small, low-value stones. The Gujaratis took them and they sent them home, to Surat, where the Kathiawadi Patels, agricultural laborers who had migrated to escape drought in Saurashtra, learned to cut diamonds for wages that Antwerp couldn't match. The Palampuri Jains controlled the rough supply. The Kathiawadi Patels controlled the cutting skill. The Jains sold in Antwerp. The Patels worked in Surat. Within 2 decades, Surat was cutting 80% of the world's diamonds. Antwerp's cutting industry collapsed. But Antwerp remained the trading hub, now dominated by the same Gujarati merchants who had built the Surat supply chain. And here's what that system created. The rough stones come from Antwerp. The cutting happens in Surat. The polished stones go back to Antwerp for retail. Surat controls the skill. Antwerp controls the stone. Many Patel workers eventually opened their own factories. They accumulated capital. They hired workers. But they still operated within the same structure. They bought rough from Antwerp traders. They sold polished back to Antwerp traders. The cutting happened in Surat. The value stayed in Antwerp. A diamond that sells for 2 lakh rupees in London. The Surat factory that polished it earns a fraction of the final margin. The Antwerp merchant who supplied the rough and controlled the sale earns the rest. This system worked for 60 years. 800,000 people built careers inside it. And now it's breaking. Lab-grown diamonds cost 80% less than mined stones. They're chemically identical. And global demand for natural diamonds has dropped 40 to 50%. In 2023, Surat's diamond industry had its worst year in 2 decades. Over 50,000 workers laid off, 71 suicides in 18 months. Surat is adapting. 90% of factories now cut both natural and lab-grown diamonds. The Indian government is backing lab-grown production with tax breaks and research grants. But here's the problem. Lab-grown diamonds sell for a tenth of the margin that natural diamonds did. To survive, Surat factories need 10 times the volume. And the same merchants who control the natural diamond supply chain are now building the lab-grown supply chain. Surat still does the cutting. Antwerp still controls the stone. The structure didn't change. The margins did. For 60 years, Surat built the world's diamond industry on a specific arrangement. Gujarati merchants in Antwerp supplied the rough. Gujarati workers in Surat did the cutting. Antwerp kept the trade. Surat kept the skill. That system created 800,000 jobs. It turned Surat into the diamond capital of the world. But it also meant Surat never controlled what came next. The city that cuts 90% of the world's diamonds has no say in what happens when the product changes. That's not exploitation. That's fragility.